came down here to the main street to go to my favorite local coffee shop for coffee and snacks, but there's two of them there, but they're both closed. So I think I'm going to walk a little bit in this direction. I've never gone any distance at all over here, I don't think. I don't even know what's around the corner. I know that there is a restaurant up ahead that a friend of mine suggested that I can check out. But I've never gone that far. As I said, in fact, I've never even gone around this corner, so I have no idea what's here. It's Sunday today, by the way, and being a weekend, probably see a lot more traffic, like tourist style traffic. People just out driving around, especially now that the weather is a little bit better this morning. The sun has come out. Yeah, I'm just wondering if like maybe just 100 meters in this direction I'll come across a cluster of new coffee shops and restaurants and stores. I have no idea. And this is something interesting that I've seen in this area, where there are small buildings like this built over top of the road. And I asked a friend of mine about this, and she did some research for me. And what she told me is that these would be like buildings belonging to the local civic government, something like that, the local leadership. And all the surrounding land, of course, is owned by families, different tribes or different clans, whatever you call them. So there's no land available that is free for the leadership to build some building on. So what they came up with this idea that they could just put up a structure and build it right on top of the road that doesn't really belong to anybody. And it's completely neutral as well. It's really hard crossing the road here, especially on a Sunday, so much traffic. But yeah, so you can walk right underneath this thing, cement structure, but with a wooden floor, and it goes right over top of the road. I've seen a number of buildings like this around. Quite interesting. I mentioned in a previous video the look of the houses here. Quite large. That's the one thing that jumps out at me. I came walking down this little alley just because I came across this house here, and look at the size of it. 2 stories. Amazing place. But clearly that would not be a dwelling for one small family. It would belong to an extended family of some type, I assume. Just looking through the windows, I can see big cement columns on the insides of the rooms. Yeah, it's quite the structure, and a lot of these homes have the same, basic look to them. Quite interesting. And other than the size of the houses here and the unique architectural style, the other thing I notice are the ponds. There are so many ponds attached to the homes. And someone in the comments on YouTube commented that there's often a large pond connected to the mosques, and traditionally the water, of course, would be used for ablution, for people to wash themselves before going into the mosque, but also for fish. They would be fish ponds, and you can see in this one there are a lot of large fish down there, and any money earned from sale of the fish would be used to maintain the mosque, for building and maintaining the mosque. And I just read that comment this morning, and I walked by this very interesting mosque. You can see the green dome there, and then right beyond it is this very large twin set of ponds, fish ponds. Probably get a good view of them there. The main road is back in that direction, and I turned off the main road to go down this small side road, seeing all kinds of interesting houses and ponds and mosques. And I seem to have reached the end of the main set of houses and moving into, more of a farming area, with the Mount Singgalang, the volcano just behind the trees there. There looks to be some kind of a ravine over here. Good morning.
Yes.
Good afternoon. Yeah, so it looks like there's some sort of a creek, a ravine, river down here. Beautiful view. And it looks like the... Hello. How are you? Apa kabar? It's funny, the students here, they love to shout like a familiar English phrase, like these boys were saying good morning to me, and at first I didn't hear them, but then when I finally said good morning back, they were just delighted, because that shows them that it actually works. What they learned in school is a real English expression. But then of course they move on to good afternoon. Regardless of the time of day, they just want to try them all out. Yeah, this trail, or this little road, goes down into the ravine, and then I don't know where it goes, but into the farms, obviously. And then I guess if you continue heading in that direction, it just goes down, down, down. Yeah, I don't think this road would be on Google Maps, so you wouldn't know it was here unless you're out walking around. I'm not planning on doing a major hike or anything like that, but just gonna go a little bit, go over the hill there, see what's on the other side. Yeah, there are a lot of water systems here, channeling the water into pools. No shortage of water in this area, that's for sure, as I've been learning with all the rain. Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi. You speak Indonesian?
No.
No.
Just 1, 2, 3. Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi.
Saya dari Kanada.
Kanada.
Sedikit.
Sedikit.
sedikit. Saya bisa bicara bahasa Inggris. English. So this is probably as far as I'm going to go on this walk away from the main road, heading into more and more farming area. It's really beautiful. And the main road, I guess, well, maybe I'll go a bit farther. There seems to be a big ravine up ahead going down, and I don't think the main road is there. I think you'd have to go down that ravine, up the other side, and then the main road is up there, following the edge of that tree line, on the other side of that tree line. So I'm going to go a little bit farther. Something else I've noticed as I've been walking around is they practice mixed agriculture. So here I see at least 3 different plants growing together. Could be as many as 4, but definitely 1, 2, 3 different plants, all planted beside each other. Halo. Selamat pagi.
Pagi. Di mana? Di mana? Di mana?
Saya dari Canada. Selamat pagi.
Pagi. Pagi menjelang siang.
No? It's siang.
Siang.
Selamat siang.
Oh, masih pagi.
Oh, still pagi? Okay.
Mau kemana?
Mau kemana? Oh, just walk around, take pictures.
Oh,
Mount Singgalang,
Merapi.
Marapi. Okay, thanks.
Jalan buntu.
Buntu?
Di situ, iya.
Okay.
Sampai ke sini. Jalannya buntu.
Buntu.
Iya.
All right. I'll take a look.
Okay,
Thank you. We had a little discussion there about what kind of greeting is appropriate right now. Is it morning or midday or what? And they were just saying something to me. They were just saying buntu, which might mean that the road comes to an end. You know, this could be a dead end. I'm gonna look up buntu, see if I can figure out what that means.
My name is My name is
Buntu. Dead end.
Yes, buntu.
Dead end. Okay.
Jalannya sampai
So I
sini.
just looked up the word buntu, and it does mean dead end. The road ends here. Check Google Maps, see where I am. Oh, that is the main road down there. It's just maybe 200 meters away, the main road.
Wih, bakar bus.
I didn't think it was down there. It's interesting that this road through the farms doesn't connect with the main road. Seems like it would be a no-brainer to extend it another 200 meters and connect with the main road. Feels like that would be very convenient for a lot of people.
My name is Cait. Cait.
Jait?
Itu tak usah.
Ya.
Caun. Itu my
So-
name. Ya, my name is Caun itu. My name is Yang tadi dah salam. Salam. Hola, nak salam lan.
It's a beautiful scene here.
Kalau apa? Kalau view di sana bagus.
Bagus?
Ya bagus. Di Sariate
Mm.
ada petik jeruk.
The orange?
Yes.
Orange, yeah.
Sini makan, enak.
Okay.
Oh, bilang
Okay.
kau.
Terima kasih.
Ya oke.
Terima kasih. So I didn't really understand any of the words, but the farmer was telling me that if I go up the slopes of Mount Merapi, there is an orange grove there with very tasty and very sweet oranges. So he's telling me I should go there and try some of the oranges. And I know that because I've already been there. People have been telling me about this place, and then I just kind of stumbled across it on my own. So at least now I know what they're telling me. So I've turned around from the dead end, of course, and I'm just heading back to the main, not the main road, but the shortcut road that bypasses the main road. But to me, it feels like a main road now because there's so much traffic on it. 1, 2, 3, and nice. Terima kasih.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wah, tunjukannya nah. Enggak, ada bawah tuh ah.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Selamat tinggal.
Selamat tinggal. Hati-hati.
Yeah. I think Selamat tinggal comes as a bit of a shock in these situations because I think it's a very formal way of saying goodbye, but it's the one way of saying goodbye that I know, so I use it all the time. And I'm back on the shortcut road, which, as I said, is to me is kind of a main road, though it's not the main road going to Padang. It's the shortcut. And I know there is at least one restaurant up ahead here. I might stop there for lunch, if it is open. I've arrived at one of the few restaurants along this road, Rumah Makan Langganang. So I don't know what that name means. Langganang. And it is open, so I think I'm going to pop inside and see if I can get some lunch. Selamat siang.
Ikan bakar.
Ikan bakar.
Bakar.
Mana salah? Ikan there. Okay. And this is the food on display in the window. Looks like they have beef rendang. Rendang daging.
Daging.
Hmm?
Rendang ayam.
This is rendang
Ayam.
Saya mau rendang daging.
Makan sini apa dibungkus?
Yeah.
Masuk aja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nasi and yeah, all good.
Yeah.
They have some dishes like ready-made here, and then they have like it's not self-serve, but
Daging.
so is that ayam?
Daging.
Oh, daging. Okay, daging. Telur?
Telur.
Yeah, just that.
Boy pakai sendok.
Okay, terima kasih. All right, I'm here inside the restaurant, and I just ordered a variety of things, like just small amounts of each. I wanted to try the rendang, because I think the rendang here is somewhat famous. I don't know that for sure, but I'm picking up on this idea that the Padang rendang is well known. So I got some beef rendang, 2 pieces, 1 piece of chicken rendang, and egg, telur, which I think also has a rendang sauce. And then, so there's the chicken rendang, beef rendang, the egg. little bit of vegetables, and then of course some rice. Just to make it look more like a meal, I put a bunch of it together on one plate. Rice, salad, egg, and the beef rendang and the chicken rendang in a separate plate there. I'm not getting fancy with the GoPro. I don't even have it on any kind of a mount or tripod. I'm just holding it in my hand to get a, first impressions of my meal. Ooh, the beef rendang feels very tough. My fork won't go into it. You need good teeth to get through that. Really strong spicing, but it's not like hot or anything like that. I mean, it is hot, but not overwhelmingly hot. A lot of good flavor. Wow. With all this rendang, that's going to be a lot of flavor. Yeah. I can feel it building. Anyway, I think the chicken rendang and the beef rendang and the egg rendang is all kind of have a similar flavor. So, no need to dive into it in detail. Rifang. Okay.
This limpa, I don't limpa.
I don't know.
Liver, this is the same. Right.
No, I don't know what that is, but I'll try it. Thank you. Terima kasih.
This is like look at it.
Okay.
This like okay.
Okay, thank you. So she brought some other dishes here, also rendang. This appears to be like a rendang restaurant. I don't know what any of it is, but there's one of them there. I already forgot the name of it. And this one I think she called limpa. Right there. But again, I don't know what that one is either. But yeah, give all of this a try. So I've powered through the beef rendang. Really, really good. Highly recommended. And I'm just going to sample some of the chicken. I am. So I don't know whether I know the meat is different, of course, chicken and beef, but I don't know whether the sauce, like the actual rendang, the preparation is different. Whether you're talking about chicken or beef, I have no idea. I mean, yeah, there could be a subtle difference there, but if there is one, I don't know what it is. It kind of tastes the same to me. That was the chicken rendang sauce. There might be a difference, actually, but I don't have the words to describe it. But since they brought this to the table, I don't know whether, now I have so much food here, I don't know if I can finish it all, but I want to sample what she brought me. And this one, I have no idea what it is. It's shaped a little bit like a piece of pie. And the only way to figure this out, I guess, is to dive in and try some. There it is. It's very soft, so it's some kind of a meat, but it's been processed, like it's been ground up and turned into something else. Well, very chewy. Yeah, there's a real texture to it. Maybe a hint of liver, maybe, but not a strong. You know, liver has a very powerful flavor. This has just a hint of liver, I think. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of food here, a lot of protein. So this will this will do me for a couple of days. I think I'll have to go into hibernation after this meal. It's time for the last piece of the rendang puzzle, and that's this one, which is like limpa. I still don't know what that is. I might have to, when the meal is over, maybe I'll ask them for more information, and we can figure out exactly what this is. So, yeah, this is very hard. Yeah, I have no idea what it could be. As I said, the other specialty one, I said it's kind of processed. They ground something up and then made something else out of it. But I think this is, who knows? Let's find out. Oh, that's a similar thing actually. I thought it was like a piece of chicken or beef or something, but it's similar to the limpa. It's like something was ground up and then processed, mixed with something else, and turned into a kind of patty. Seems very similar to the limpa. Or maybe, who knows? They both have a bit of a liver flavor to me. Yeah, no idea. And I ordered a avocado juice. I feel like I need something sweet to balance out all of this rendang. So here is the restaurant, and I get the impression that it's quite a well-known place, very popular for people to stop here when they're driving from Padang to Payakumbuh or to Pekanbaru. Here's another look at the name, and as you can see behind the sign, the thunderstorms are on their way. So I had to wrap up my lunch and start making my way back before the rain hits. Yeah, there it is there. And while I was finishing up my lunch, I opened up a Wikipedia page about rendang and did some reading about it. I knew a little bit about rendang from before, but there was a lot of information there that I wasn't aware of. At least a lot of specific information. Boy, yeah, I'm gonna have to be walking alongside this road again with all this traffic. But the basic idea is that rendang is cooked for a very long time in a coconut milk, like a coconut milk broth with a large variety of spices. And I guess the exact type of spicing can change depending on the way they prepare rendang or the type of meat that is used as the base. And it's very, very complicated. The more I read, the less I understood in a way, because there are different stages to the rendang, depending on how much liquid is left in the coconut broth. I mean, true rendang is quite dry. So you basically cook the various types of meat for a very long time, and you have to really watch it, keep an eye on it. It's a very labor-intensive sort of dish, and it's just cooked and cooked until all the liquid has evaporated and the meat is very tender and has absorbed all of the spicing and all of the flavors. And a key thing about the rendang is that it keeps for a very, very long time. So the cooking process, I guess, the spicing has a antibacterial qualities, antimicrobial qualities, and because it is cooked to a certain dryness, it keeps for a very, very long time without refrigeration, which is sort of a key thing about rendang. And it turns out that it was voted in a CNN poll, reader vote, voted it as the best food in the world. So it was like the #1 food among readers in the entire world. And it made the list, CNN's official list, their Oh my gosh. Hey, hey, hey. Walking along these roads, you kind of end up hunching your shoulders. You want to make yourself as small as possible. I thought I'd be safe because I'm walking against traffic, but I think that big truck was busy passing the motorcycles just as they were passing me. Anyway, that was a little bit of a surprise there. But yeah, so Rendang was voted in a poll by experts as one of the top 50 foods in the world and the #1 food according to a reader's poll, which is pretty amazing. And the limpa that I had, the owner of the restaurant there, or the owner, she treated me to the limpa, and that was liver. And the other special one that I had, as far as I could make out, it was made out of offal, like made out of like intestines and spleen and things like that. So those two specialty ones that she brought to my table, that's where those were. And I think the way that I ended up having that meal was not how you would normally have rendang, because I had one of everything. You know, I had beef rendang, chicken rendang, I had the liver rendang, I had the offal tripe rendang, I had egg rendang. You know, I had all of them, and it's a bit of a, it's a specialty meal, very labor intensive. So when you have that much, the bill starts to climb up and up. Hey.
Hello, mister.
Hello, how are you?
From
Canada.
Canada. Good.
Yeah. Just went there for lunch to have rendang.
Oh, rendang.
Yeah.
You like rendang?
Yeah, it's okay. A little bit spicy for me, but it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
#1, yeah?
Yeah, in the world, #1 food. So, anyway, nice to meet you. Some people just stopped to say hello. So when I was leaving, there was a table of 6, 7, or 8 people sitting together. They called me over to sit down and have a chat with them. And I think they were having rendang in the traditional style, Padang style, I guess, where they just sat at a table and the restaurant owners, the wait staff, brought dishes of all the different types to the table. Just put it all out on display in front of them, every single thing that they made, and then they could have whatever they wanted, just pick from the various dishes. And then at the end of the meal, they would come over to the table and sort of do a calculation of how much they'd had of each dish, and then put the bill together. I think that's the traditional way of having that meal. I did it a little bit differently because I did have a plate of everything, but I ate all of it. So I cleaned out every single plate that was on my table. I think the owners were pleased with that I enjoyed the food enough that I didn't leave a single thing behind. I'd cleared off everything that had been brought to my table. So yeah, that was quite the meal. Enjoyed that quite a bit.